Hey folks, niXcraft here. Welcome on back to Surviving with niXcraft. We are in episode 24 today, standing in front of our brand new storage building. Well, half the storage building, I guess, because today we're doing the interior. Before we get going, folks, I do want to say a quick thank you to everyone out there for 50 subscribers. I really appreciate all the support, and I am planning a cool little video for it. It will be the 25th episode of Surviving with niXcraft, technically, but I think I'm going to do a little world tour. Now, we'll be touring this world and also a world that I had just before I started recording for YouTube with some friends that I think deserve some love. I stream from it sometimes on Twitch, so I think I'll be able to tour that world as well, and I hope you guys enjoy that. So that is my plan for the next video. Saying a quick hello to Nether Fox. We are on our way to our villager breeding site where I've been farming up some wood because once again I'm out of wood after that big build yesterday. And we need to make about 80 or so double chests, I think is the number. So let's start gathering up some materials for that. This should be a good amount of wood for now. We also got ourselves a rose bush to add to our 2 tall flower collection. But I did lay out where I think I want the chests to be, and if I did my math correctly, we have 8 sections here that each hold 10 double chests. So that equals 80 double chests. So we are going to need 160 chests total. So I accidentally crafted 30 spruce doors, which is awesome, but all we need is 32 more chests, which is right here, and there we go. So 2.5 stacks of chests later, and now we could start the interior. Oh boy. It will all be worth it in the end when I just have every single block in one central location. But I need to grab up some of this quartz in here and actually turn it into quartz. I'm thinking of using that on the floor today and going with a pretty interesting floor design. So let's craft those into blocks, and I think I'm going to smelt them into smooth quartz. Let's start off with the front entrance here, and I think we could come in with some just regular old dark oak. But not regular old dark oak. We're actually going to strip it. And I think we could do sort of like a raised walkway. So like it'll be stripped dark oak going all the way into the build, 3 wide to fit in with our 5 wide door entrance. And then when we want to branch off to one of the chests, we could just kind of step down to the actual floor over here. So let me get some of this in. Coming in here, stripping all these oak logs down, well, dark oak logs down. We can come in with just a little staircase right there. And I'll probably put some pillars here with something, I'm not too sure. Maybe we'll do some chiseled stone or something like that to match the framework of this. But we can come onto the other side too, and to cover up these logs, some more stairs. But coming down the side here, I think we could skip a block and go maybe like 3 slabs like that. Skip another one. Well, maybe we'll skip 2 and go another 3, skip 2, another 3, so just like every once in a while we have the step down over to the chest. I think that looks pretty good. And then yeah, our chest will be right here, and this floor is going to be the interesting part. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice little walkway here, and I added these chiseled stone pillars. For now there's just some torches on it, but imagine soul lanterns. I think that'd bring the blue from the roof and stuff down. And maybe these outside ones we could have soul campfires to get a little smoke signal. But I cleared out the floor over here, and if you could see in my inventory, I have somewhat of a controversial block. I'm going to be using polished diorite, and I think we can make a cool design. So if we come in here with these little plus shapes like this, and I'm going to have to space them out correctly, but they will be 3 wide like that. And we could basically just scatter them throughout the floor, sort of like this. I don't even know if these are spaced out correctly, but then we could surround them in the smooth quartz, and I think this is going to look really cool. I'd mentioned before I was building a lot of builds that looked sort of worn down, and I'd rather have a more grand looking build. Now, looking at it right now, the smooth quartz has a bit of a yellow tint to it, so I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. Maybe I'll have to craft up some concrete, but let's just see what we think. We'll get that in, and yeah. I think we'll get a full picture of it once we get the full floor in, so let me get some more work done. Floor is in, but I think we can make it look just a bit better and ease the transition from this diorite, and in the corners of these little designs, put down some quartz bricks. I'm not too sure about this whole design still. I might have to gather up some concrete and make this white concrete instead, but that'll be a future project because I just don't have the sand for it right now. But I think this looks good and it will do. Now that we have the floor in, we can come in with those chest designs that I had shown in the first part. So we go up here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tall. And these are going to hold all of our chests. And I'm putting them right here because the beam for this tower is actually going to come down and land about here. So that'll give us enough space for these chests. So let me get all of this stuff in with the stairs going across like this. And I think spruce will be a good accent with the chests. Once all the chests are in on the wall, this building will really start coming together. Just getting in the last few double chests here, and then we have all of our sections done. So there it is, and I got my math right. And guys, this room is looking so cool. Just look at this. That is so awesome. Once we get this second floor in with those windows up there and stuff, oh man, I cannot wait. For the towers, I think we could just climb up here and extend these stone bricks down all the way to the ground. Just gotta get up so I could reach. There we go. And bring these down like this, and then probably surround them with stairs, like we were doing with the pillars on the outside. So just come in like this to give it a little bit of a foundation. It'll cover up our floor design, but that is okay. So something like that. That is looking pretty cool. Thinking we could just leave this open and you can come over here and climb up a ladder or something if you want to get there. And that's how you will get to the top floor above these chests. So let me get that in on these towers as well. Working on the second floor balcony now. Coming in here with some dark oak stairs as supports. And I think this will blend in with these spruce logs well. Let me see if I could get this one more stair. There we go. And then we could just fill this in right here. Grab one more spruce slab and pop that right in the end so it looks like it's closed off. And these little wood beams are supporting it. So let me see how that looks. Just doing a little bit of trial and error here. I did not plan out the interior in creative. But yeah, I think that looks good. And this is about how far I think that platform should extend out, and it will work also as the floor to those towers. So that would be perfect. Top floor balcony is in and looking great. Now we can focus on these just sort of lonely stone pillars here. And I think we could just sort of cut this part of the balcony out and sort of make ourselves a little arch here. So we could start like that, and I think continue the blocks, maybe 2 more out. Oh, I fell off our scaffolding. But let's repeat that on this side as well. And the idea is just add a little bit more interest to it. It looked too plain for my liking. So 2 more out like that. And then right here in the middle, we could just connect them up with some regular slabs. And I think this will do the trick. Now on the balcony, we'll be able to see the stone brick peeking through, but I think that'll be fine. We have some dark oak peeking through up there as well. But we won't be up there too much, just for a view. But does that look better? Yeah, I think it does. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe we'll switch those to stairs instead, and that'll give it a bit more of an arch. But yeah, that should work. We should put that right on this one too. Just wanted to update you guys on the sugarcane farm. We have just about half a double chest, which is way more than I expected. Coming along to our front entrance, we could pop down these soul campfires, and I think that'll give us a nice smoke signal out front, as well as bring the blue from the roof down to the build. I have some lanterns as well, some soul lanterns, and I think just running along this pathway in the middle definitely make it look more grand than torches. Definitely makes things a bit darker here in the middle, but I think we could solve that once we get to the top floor. And I think we could do that just by maybe clearing out this block here, looks like it, and we'll be able to use some ladders just to climb our way up to the second floor. See if I could reach. Looks like I'll have to do that. Oh, looks like I'll have to do that. There we go. So now we're up at the second floor, and right here, I believe, is where our entrance to the balcony is. We could clear this out and probably just put some doors in there, or maybe even leave it open. I'm not too sure. So this is what the top floor looks like, and looking down from up here, this is looking so cool. I think we could run some fences and put some workstation blocks up here, like a crafting table, stone cutter, smithing table, stuff like that. And we are going to have some cool views, that's for sure. Very nice. Grabbing our dark oak fences and running them along this top balcony. As I'm going around, I'm noticing little gaps that are over here where you could just kind of walk out to the side of the build. I have some trap doors here. I'm not sure exactly if these are going to work, but something that'll be flat just to fill in these areas. And I think that looks pretty good, just so it's not open to everything, you know? And we have some of those areas over here as well, but I think this dark oak will work well up here. When it comes to builds that are this big, you usually find little things that are around it while you're building that are just tough to figure out and tough to fill in. And I think that's one of my favorite parts. That's why I always build big. Just, you know, rounds out your skills as a builder more when you have challenges. So those little gaps that I had to fill with these spruce trapdoors, I did not see that coming, but I had to, you know, put my Minecraft skills to use and figure out a solution, which is probably one of my favorite parts of the game. All of our towers are now accessible via these ladders, and looking great up here with some good views. But now I think we could start moving some stuff that we're going to need up here, like a bed, and I have this crafting table here, just stick down somewhere that's not going to connect to the glass panes, and a stone cutter. So I'm thinking we could just put little workstations up here, like maybe on this side we'll have a little table with a brewing stand on it, with some potions and stuff to brew it with. And on the other side, maybe a cartography table with a little map of our little city. I think that would be pretty cool. Ended up moving this stuff to the middle so it wasn't as much in the way. But I made myself a little table right here. And I think we could just pop a chest down. We could put nether wart and other potion ingredients in there. Have a brewing stand here. I think we'll just stick it right down in there. I don't really want it to show through the window. Get the most views possible. Look at that view of the librarian house. We could make sure our villagers are still alive. But we also have a flower pot here with a mushroom, which I just think goes super well with brewing. And maybe we'll put an item frame down here with some nether wart or something. But that will be this side. And on the other one, we'll do a little cartography station. Setting up another little table here. And this time we are going to put this cartography table in the middle. Hopefully this lines up well. That's okay. We'll leave it like that. I really wanted that globe part facing out, but that will be just fine. Oops. Now we're in the user interface. But we can make this a bit longer. And I think above the cartography table right here, we could... Oh, I have to craft up an item frame first. Item frame goes here, and we can make a little map of this area and put it right up here above our cartography table. That is perfect. So here is our map with the storage building on it, and this area behind it that is empty will eventually be filled with villager houses. So this is a perfect area for our map. Getting rid of some of the torches around here, I think we could hang some lanterns. That'll definitely add to the lighting and also make it look a lot better. Probably hang a couple right here of these blocks as well. If I can get up there, there we go. And there we go. Get rid of these. Perfect. I think on the ground too, I'd like to add a carpet in somewhere. It's pretty dark still here on the ground. I had to put some torches down just so nothing spawns. And underneath carpets, you could put jack-o'-lanterns, and the light will still come through the carpet. So I think that's the plan. But also, I'd like to put a chandelier hanging down right in the middle of this storage building, and I think that will add to the grandness of it. Coming up our scaffolding here, I think we could start off with a stone brick wall, and then probably a dark oak fence. I think we'll make the whole chandelier out of fences, and I do want to test out how low this would hang if I put 2 chains here. 2 chains. So let's see, that's where the chandelier would start, and let's go down and see if that hangs too low. I think it'll be good. I made this build nice and tall, so Yeah. Yeah, that should be good. I think we would go down one more fence and then put some fences out, and lanterns will be hanging down from that. Putting one more fence there, and then lanterns on the ends of all of these fences, and that would make a pretty cool chandelier. I've made this design before, a pretty simple one, but I think it is still very effective. So let us see. That's definitely helping the lighting over here. Let's see how that looks hanging down. Oh yeah, that is so awesome. I want to see it from the balcony too. Very cool, guys. I think we are just about done with this interior. I only had 2 pumpkins, so I only made 2 jack-o'-lanterns for our carpet here. But I think we can go with a red carpet. Oops, not double stacked like that, but a red carpet going down. Nothing is more grand than a red carpet, right? That is going to do it for the interior of the storage building. I'm going to grow up some more pumpkins so I could actually put the jack-o'-lanterns underneath the carpet and we'll have some good lighting in here. But for the last few minutes of the episode, I think I need to connect up a path over here to our main one and also wrap another path around here to these builds. My plan is to have a path go through here or maybe on the other side so we could access behind the storage building where we will have future builds, and also just sort of landscape and terraform a bit, add some more trees. This whole area is very, very empty at the moment, so let's get going on that. Alright, got ourselves a path laid out, just a general layout of what I think the pathways should be. This big open area though, I did have a cool idea. I'm gonna get rid of this tree here, but I think since I had so much fun doing that custom nether tree, that we might as well do some custom dark oak trees around here. I think the dark oak will fit in well with all the spruce around it, so that is the plan. And probably a few of these mossy cobblestone structures as well with it. I think that'll be cool. I just collected up a bunch of dark oak leaves here, so let's see what I can come up with. Alright, we have our first custom tree here in, and I think it's looking pretty good. I do like the little staircases and stuff on it. It does show the plank texture, but I think that's okay. From this angle right here, you could really see like the trunks going into the ground. I even put one of the logs in the ground here, so it looks like the roots are growing right out. And honestly, I really like it. I think I'll just mix in some more leaves in different places. Like we're looking a little light right here, so I could drape some more down like this maybe, and something like that. There we go. Yeah, custom trees are a lot of trial and error, and I don't know if I could really be giving advice on them considering I don't really do custom trees that often, but I think these will work in here. A nice little lighter leaf texture rather than the spruce. So I'm going to mix in a couple of these around, maybe one back there and on this side, and then we could get all the pathways done, and we are all set with today's episode. Alright folks, it is my favorite time of the episode, build reveal time, and we have a lot to look at on the outside as well as the inside. So in front of me here I have some terraforming done, a bunch of these cobblestone rock structures, and I ended up building 4 custom trees, and here's just one of them, and I think probably my favorite one. All of them are a little bit different in their own way, but if we come along the path here, you can see we connected it up to the one that leads to the strip mine, as well as to the new path over here to the storage building. Just picked up some random seeds, threw those on the ground. We come over here, that's the first tree we made. I ended up putting an extra one right over here. It still looks a little bit weird, some of them do, but I'll be able to come back and fix those up whenever I need to. I still have our building workstation over here from when we were doing the interior, but I will eventually move some blocks into the storage building off camera. And also we have another path. I gotta get a slab or something here to step up, but it connects up to our sugarcane farm now. And this whole area around us is just full of life now, and these trees added so much, I think. But with that being said, let's move into the storage building interior. which is completely done. I am going to have to get those jack-o'-lanterns in underneath the carpets because I did see a skeleton that spawned in here, so the lighting still isn't good. I added in all of the item frames too on the face of the chests, and guys, we are about done for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really enjoyed making this one. And thanks again for the 50 subscribers. I appreciate the support. For the next episode, I will be doing a little special for those subs, and we will be touring this world as well as another world that I have. And it should be really fun. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment on the video for anything you'd like me to know or anything you'd like to see in the world, and hope to see you again real soon. Take care, guys.